Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. So, he is smoking Joe Frazier. His 3 battles with Muhammad Ali, perhaps the most famous the sport has ever seen.
Just take note. Take note. Look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd,
all right,
as a young man,
I went over the
this
rules.
is the Mecca. This is
I
the
want
place
you to protect
you
yourself
want
at
to
all
be. This
times.
is it.
No doubt
And
about
what
it.
I
This
say,
was
you
the
must
hottest
obey.
ticket in
Good
town
luck.
by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
Let's
Facing
fight.
Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Which fighter will say no mas? Beautiful counter shot. Just missed with that jab. And he scores with the counter. They both want a highlight reel knockout. How about that time counter shot? When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
Oh, man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit me on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Trying to score with the uppercut. It's all offense, all the time. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. You've been coasting this fight, and now you've let him get back into it. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to become...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That chaps.
Let's
What
go.
do we expect to see here in round 2? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
counter punches have to hurt. When you're at a reach disadvantage, you want to get out of the middle of the ring and push your opponent against the ropes.
So that was a fight that had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, just really befuddles your opponent, because when they think you're out of range, bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
Swing and a miss with the left hook. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. They both want the knockout. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch up.
Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. That jab misses. Perfect counter lands. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind on the job. Get back out.
Great round, great round. Now, relax.
There's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter is sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Perfect counter shot. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Catch and shoot. Nice exchange here from both men. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Another scoring shot there. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You must...
Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Well done with that counter shot. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. It's Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. Right back into the fray.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's got a match made in heaven.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Tom, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
Counter shot lands. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well,
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. If you got complacent, the fight's not over yet. You got to go out there and win.
Back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Good counterpunching. We're about to witness history. The great Rocky Marciano in serious trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way to the finish this down. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Hook's blocked. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger zone.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. His stamina is off the charts. Is he going to punch himself out, though? He misses with that straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Get back out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Here's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot, pickpocket them.
The straight right just misses. Incredible work rate. Stamina is off the charts. Hey, coach, hold that thought. Can you imagine if he knocks out this legend? Never count out Smoking Joe Frazier. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds when he's fighting like he's going to put it right. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Nice counter punch. Can't find a home in that jab. It's all offense all the time. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this.
Here comes round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This could be really intimidating, Tom. If you know somebody's got the punch power.
Hold on, I gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Joe Frazier is in trouble. What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Carries that jab away. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. And that is that. It is a knockout. What a win. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from?
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.